Have you ever wondered what would happen if you stopped ejaculating? What if you could harness the power of your own sexual energy to transform your life? Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the depths of human potential and personal growth. In today's video, we'll be delving into a topic that's been shrouded in mystery for far too long: semen retention. Join us on a journey through the 5 stages of this powerful practice as we uncover the secrets to unlocking your full potential and achieving deeper levels of self-mastery. Are you ready to tap into your inner power? Let's dive in. If you're thinking about semen retention for all the good it can do, you probably have some questions about what the process entails. We can assure you that it won't be a bed of roses, but if you persevere with it, you may become an entirely different man and reawaken your sexuality. We hope our semen retention schedule will put your mind at ease by providing a detailed overview of the preliminary 13 weeks of semen retention. The 5 steps that everyone undergoing semen retention must take are outlined, along with the potential advantages, disadvantages, and what to expect next steps. Before we get into the specifics, we'd like to note that the vast majority of abstainers have the following timetable for semen retention. This doesn't rule out the possibility that your recollection of the circumstances surrounding your decision to stop your addiction will differ from others. Stage 1. Getting rid of the unwanteds. The first week of your journey constitutes stage 1 of the semen retention schedule. This is the most difficult aspect of the challenge for many people, as they can't seem to make it through the first week. So what can possibly happen? In fact, you may find the first day really pleasant, since you'll be full of the motivation and determination to make positive changes in your life. On day 2, you may find that you miss your former routine, in which you ejaculate while masturbating. The intensity of cravings will range from mild to severe, and they will last right up until day 7, when they will be at their peak. If you're like most people, you could have trouble sleeping on day 3 since you suddenly have a ton of extra energy. You may even start to fear using technology like a smartphone or computer, since you may begin to see every stimulus as a potential trigger. Last but not least, you'll feel aggressive like never before, which is mostly the result of your testosterone levels rising. Many men are ill-equipped to deal with the ensuing rise in testosterone, and some even worry that they could become a danger to themselves or others. However, this is simply your hooked mind talking nonsense. This may sound like bad news, but the first week is traditionally the most difficult. And that's why it's the first stage and the one that distinguishes the true fighters from the cowards. Stage 2. Unbroken flow. The second phase of your trip will last for the following 4 weeks, day 2 to 5. At this point, your emotional state, energy levels, and testosterone all normalize, and your cravings become less intense and last for shorter periods of time. So what can we anticipate? You made it through the first week unscathed. The toughest part is over. Testosterone levels will begin to drop gradually after the first week. You won't lose all your stored testosterone, but rather only enough to calm your irritable, aggressive mood. With your renewed vigor and drive, you'll be able to get more done around the house and in the workplace. You could even find that your significant other takes note of the difference. Trying new activities will make you a more interesting person to be around and help you meet more people, allowing you to broaden your social circle. The jokes you used to find boring or uninteresting will all of a sudden have you in stitches, and you'll have a much better time in general. When these 4 weeks are up, you won't know if you're in heaven or hell, since it will have felt precisely what the universe intended for you. Although you won't be entirely free of your cravings, you'll be well on your way to mastering them. You will have less intense desires as your levels of testosterone gradually decrease. Just like how the monster you became on day 7 was unsustainable, remember that more is sometimes not better. Stage 3. The dreadful stagnation. We've reached the 6th through 9th weeks of your semen retention adventure. When males' drive and sense of pleasure from efforts inevitably hit that dreaded plateau, they often feel a great sense of disappointment. Having an idea of what to anticipate might make the sometimes devastating experience more bearable. There are some things that might happen. Your feelings of depression, apathy, and hopelessness will strike suddenly and without warning one day. When you realize that the entire semen retention process has been a sham, you may feel like giving up completely and returning to your old habits with all your former vigor. Because who desires to go through all that trouble just to end up where they were before they started working on themselves? In addition, many individuals begin to question the veracity of semen retention and its underlying philosophy. Perhaps it was all a placebo effect, and perhaps ejaculating wasn't as harmful as formerly thought. The above phrase is, of course, completely made up, but you have to keep in mind that a significant portion of the human brain is still hooked and yearning for that dopamine boost. Things that used to be easy for you to do are currently feeling like a chore because of your low energy levels. It's as though you were driven forward, just to be pushed below with equal vigor. The best thing to do is to accept the situation, which can endure for up to a month. Realize that although you can't alter your actual emotions, you can alter your outlook on them. Look at this as a time to slow down from your hectic routine and relax instead of looking at it with a pessimistic outlook. Laziness is not a sin, especially at a trying time like the flatline. So feel free to take a day or two off from work and watch some of your preferred films or TV episodes. Stage 4. Rising swiftly. We'll talk about weeks 10 to 12 of your semen retention journey at this stage. Semen retention is an art, and if you succeed in getting it this far, you've pretty well perfected it. You can prepare your things for these possibilities. When the dark clouds part and the sun shines once more, your testosterone levels spike along with your energy, motivation, confidence, and pretty much everything else. As opposed to the last time you were on an airplane, this time you will attain a stable state and remain in it until the very end. Having experienced such a dramatic shift in outlook, you will once again be hopeful about semen retention and will feel like $1,000,000 as a result. You'll be able to focus more intently and have the focused attention span of a typical adult guy. You're at that point in your life when you may try your hand at something more ambitious, apart from your day job, like publishing a book or launching a business. If you're looking for the happiest time in your life, go no further. Your disposition will improve dramatically at this point. Many males also note a significant decrease in their perceived age, sometimes by as much as 20 years. The nicest part is that over these 3 weeks, I have had a deep feeling of fulfillment and happiness. Performing the laundry or taking out the garbage could even become something you'll look forward to once the dopamine begins to flow again. Stage 5. Consistency of mind and body. Once you reach week 13, your sexual deviances will be healed and you'll be able to fully appreciate life's luxuries if you continue to practice semen retention. The nicest part of keeping your sperm for 90 days is the ensuing zen-like calmness and productivity that comes with that level of stability. And what should you expect? At this point, you should have conquered your demons and been free from the grip of your desires. There will be no shortage of enthusiasm for taking up fresh pursuits or making radical changes to your lifestyle. You'll regain your inherent assurance and be free to explore new territory, away from the safety of your usual routine. Keeping your sperm for longer than 90 days may have a number of beneficial effects. The swift removal and ouster of the toxic persons in our lives had the most profound influence on our team members. You know the sort of folks we're referring to? They have a good exterior, but a bad heart, and they view the world through a negative lens. People who previously had no reason to avoid you will now keep their distance due to your newfound isolation. The opportunity to associate with superior, more ambitious, and smarter people presents itself. Thus, this is a positive development. A small discussion about the conditions of last weekend's game will no longer be tolerable since you will be too preoccupied with your own development to give a hoot about such trivia. Assuming you don't suffer a relapse, once your body reaches homeostasis, it will function at peak efficiency and you'll feel like you're in heaven. In dramatic detail, this timeline for semen retention illustrates the highs and lows of the first 3 months of your trip. Well, gentlemen, you now have it. Although everyone's schedule for semen retention will be slightly different, This should give you a decent indication of what to anticipate and when to expect it. I pray that you will give this a go. That's how potent it is. If you do, keep in mind that you'll need to master the art of sexual recycling and transformation. What do you guys think? Will you start your journey today? Comment down your answers below. Don't forget to like this video, and since you're already here, you might as well subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on great new videos. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the following video.